Welcome to today's commentary on the dedication from Shantideva's The Way of the Bodhisattva, Chapter 10. This is Part 3 with Venerable Khenpo Tenzin.
Okay, if you have this yellow pen prayer book, we start refuge and Bodhisattva part. So page number 4. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. And may they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Shakji Jabu Jadungu Jan Zara Durjan Janje Dilo Naruda Marba Malaji Gambo Ba Pamotra Bajavan to Gongba Kajula Manam Je Da Jonge Danandana Zara Damje Da Lama Labela Jizozong Lozon Yon Jam Zanga Laban Dente Donjin Begele Zor Da Solo Chuzan Roversin Jalab the Sor Chu Lamdan Roversin Jalab the Sor Lam Truvazi Versin Jalab the Sor Truva Yizanja Versin Jalab the Sor Jia Zavala Maji Jako Zondo Jazin Landa Dage Julam Pede Dage Timbada Sunji Jedon Labo Jendra Versin Jalab the Sor Dedication from Shantideva's The Way of the Bodhisattva. Today we are on the verse number 10. Actually, these verses are about the suffering of hell beings or hell realm. While you are listening this teaching and you will recite this dedication prayer, at that time you need to give rise a feeling of compassion. If you can give rise feeling of compassion, then your listening and recitations benefit other beings. If you cannot fathom how benefit other beings through your recitation and listening these teachings, at least you can feel that these recitations and listening benefit to you. So, because compassion and bodhicittas are the cause of happiness and peaceful in your life. If your mind is peace, if your mind is compassionate one, then your life is peaceful, and then you will not harm other beings directly and indirectly. So anytime while you are practicing Dharma, the feeling is very important. feeling means you should give rise to the feeling of compassion and loving kindness. So then, step by step, your mind becomes pure, and your wisdom starts to radiate different kind of rays. And then that means your mind becomes clear after you make pure your mind, and then you can see the meaning of the teachings. You can understand easily the meaning of teachings, and then you will be able to see your natural state of mind. And then you will be able to see Dharmakaya through your wisdom mind. And then you can understand the essence of samsara, the essence, true nature of suffering. If you understand the essence of samsara and the true nature of suffering, then samsara is nirvana. And suffering is genuine happiness. So the feeling is very important all the time. Whether you recite, listening, meditating anytime, so feeling is very important. Very important. That means you should feel that, at least you can give rise compassion in bottom of your heart. So, and those engulfed in fiery veterani, their flesh destroyed, their bones bleached, white as kunda flowers. May they through all my merits, strength, have godlike forms, and sport with the goddesses in Mandakini's peaceful streams. Yeah. So in this case, some experiences intensive suffering because that suffering is a fruition of rape. Raped, for example, if one raped a young lady about 13, 15, 16 years old, or a boy. So for that reasons, in the hell realm, then one experiences kind of this intensive suffering. So the non-virtuous doesn't have many qualities, but it has a single quality, which is we can purify the cause of intensive suffering. So during this recitation, if you can give rise compassion, then imprint of this negative karma on your mind disappear like a sun rays into the darkness. Then as we recite in prayer that here we say, may hell realm transform into the mandala, beautiful mandala, gorgeous mandala. The power of our recitation, it will become. But not only power of recitation change the hell into nirvana or beautiful mandala or flowers. Aspiration is very powerful. So aspiration is very powerful because everything depends your own mind. So that's why, for instance, in the night, if you scared of some kind of trees or shade or something, because you perceive there is a ghost, and in the night, then some trees move by the wind, and then you think, oh, there is a ghost, and then you feel it, and then you will experience that, oh, last night I saw a ghost, and that's where today I'm unhealthy. That's where I have these obstacles. So, for example, someone says, oh, black cat cross in front of me. So today I had some obstacles. But some people never have this thought. But black cat just cross in front of that person, those people. So some never thought there is some obstacles because of the black cat crossed my road, cut my road, something. Some have this thought, that's where who has no negative thought about a black cat, it has nothing happen, any obstacles. And some feel, oh, there are some obstacles because it happened. Sometimes it happened. So that's where another example is our human beings say, oh, this is water. That's where we drink water whole life, but we cannot experience amarta. But in the God's realm, God and goddesses, gods and goddesses, they perceive the water is the amarta. That's where water is the cause of longevity. Water has a special tasty, hundreds, thousands of tasty. Water is very kind of healthy. Water is a very kind of sweet, very unique sweet, and very special kind of. It possesses numbers of qualities. And then in the hell realm, the hell beings, they perceive water. They perceive that water is lava. So that's where they drink, and they seem like a hungry ghost rum. And then they drink this, it burns their organs, their stomach. So that's where everything is mind. Often we say that. That's a very true. The power of bodhicitta, power of compassion, we can change. For example, all enemies become our friend. Or first, suddenly we cannot make them our friends, but first we use them, the object of compassion, yeah? Then next, what fear is it? They will ask that grips the henchmen of the deadly Lord, the frightful vultures, and the carrion crows. What noble strength is it that brings us joy and drives away our dreadful night? And looking skyward, they will see the shining form of Vajra Pani. Vajra form of Vajrapani, then may their sins be quenched in joy, and may they go to him. So in this case, first we see here a very important thing is sleep, dream, Bardo, deluded appearances are same. even this morning during this Tara practice, I was thought about that. So I was thinking about that. So death is a very deep sleep, and then in the sleeping or in the sleep, we have dream, different dreams. We have no choice. I need this dream. I don't want that dream. We don't have that choice. So, likewise, after death, then Bardo appears. Then in the Bardo, there are different kind of animals. We can see different animals. In the hell realm, we can see different kind of sentient beings. Human form, but head is tiger. Human form, head is snake. So, and then there we call hinged, the henchman of the deadly lord, or lord of death. So that's where all these henchmen appear from our negative thoughts, anger, jealousy, ignorance, attachment, aversion, hatred. All of these kind of perceptions project outside, and then their reflection or reflections are like a henchman, very scary, very kind of the wrathful, and then they hold the weapons, different kinds of weapons, and they cut our bodies. They chop our body. So because they appear, they are a reflection of our negative thoughts. If the proof is, if I'm angry someone, when I look at that person, that person's action, speaking, everything is unpleasant. But after we negotiate and we discussed well, and then we will, that person to me, I and that person become good friends. That person's action, speaking, motivation, everything is very lovely. Likewise, lot of death appear from your grasping, the reflection of your grasping. And other henchmen are the reflection of your afflicted, the 6 root and 20 branches of afflictive thoughts. So that's why if your mind is, if you gain the realization of selflessness, and if you gain, give rise some compassion, bodhicitta, and then you can see Vajrapani, you can see Manjushri, you can see Avalokiteshvara. So for that reason, at the same time, we are going to give rise kind of these positive motivations, or positive the virtues, motivation of virtues, compassion and bodhicitta and wisdom and so on. So if we also at Dharma, during this recitation, we should think that may the power of my virtues, power of my merit, benefit other beings, especially beings who are experiencing suffering in hell realm. At that moment, your motivation, your compassion, or your kind of a power of merit transform into Vajrapani, and then the hell beings, the beings in the hell realm, they can see, they will able to see Vajrapani, and then they can feel Vajrapani destroy their intensive suffering. So that means everything is interdependence. Everything is interdependence, especially if your close one, relatives, or friends, or parents, or grandparents who are rebirthed in that hell realm, they experience complete darkness. Even they can't see their hand. Complete darkness because of their ignorance. And they see only one, some animals, sentient beings, they are henchmen, and they hold the weapons and cut and they chop and beat and something like that. So only the 24/7 they experience like that. So if you recite this prayer, the power of your recitation, the power of your dedication, the power of your compassion and bodhicitta, then they will be able to see Vajrapani, because Vajrapani is the power of all Yidam deities, represent of power of all Yidam deities, all the Buddhas. So that's how can you benefit those who passed away. But not only your close one, yeah, all beings, whoever rebirthed in the hell realm, you can benefit them. So that's where this recitation, listening, teaching, meditating, only these activities can benefit them. Other things cannot benefit them. For instance, if I'm a headache today, I'm a headache because of flu, and then if I took a small medicine, one piece of medicine, then I will recover from this headache. I will be able to recovering from this headache. Instead, I say, oh, I'm a headache, so I'm going to buy 100 acres of land. It could recover my headache or not? It not. It does not. So that's where the virtues, a single virtue is very powerful. A single merit is very powerful, especially who are experiencing suffering. So in this moment, you can accomplish two things. One thing is you through your recitation, meditating and reflecting, you can benefit the sentient beings who are in the hell realm. Another beneficial is it prevents your hell realm. We right now we are in the human realm. Our next realm is perhaps nirvana, perhaps a hell realm, and animal realm, and so forth. So that's where, if we are going to prevent hell realm, then we are going to practice dharma, especially this part, recite this part, and then you should feel that. And then number 12, and when they see the seething lava flute of hell extinguished in a rain of blossoms, drenched in scented water, at once fulfilled in bliss, they will ask, how can this be? And thus the denizens of hell will see the one who holds the lotus. So now, during this recitation, you are going to give rise to compassion. You should recite this compassionately. And then the result is the hell beings suffering, because of, as here said, that they are suffering. This because of the result of angry emotion, and then but they because of the power of your recitation and meditating and so forth, suddenly it's the how to say, the flowers, rain of blossom or flowers. And these flowers, rain of flowers, killed the heat, fire, and other kind of this, and the water flood transformed into the blossoming of flowers, rain of flowers. So that's where they were in joy. And they will experience joy, and then they suddenly focus or suddenly think, what is that? And then they see the Avalokiteshvara. So then Avalokiteshvara, because they can see Avalokiteshvara, they can see Avalokiteshvara because their close one or their guru or their relatives, they cultivate great merit. For example, recite these prayers, practicing on these dedication prayers. So that's where they do it compassionately. So the power of their close ones' compassion, then they can see Avalokiteshvara. From Avalokiteshvara's blessings, they receive rain of flowers, beautiful flowers. And then every kind of suffering of water flood and heat and all of these sufferings disappear. And then their hell realm, their hell realm transformed into the pure land of Avalokiteshvara, which is Potala. And when they see the Vajrapani, at that time their hell realm transformed into the Jangloji, the pure land of the Vajrapani. So that's where then first they heard the very kind of a scary sound, like a sound of a water flood or the sound of a henchman. They say kill it, chop it, cut it, something like that. They all hear like this, the very scary sounds. But everything changed. For example, when they see the Avalokiteshvara, then they hear the different sounds of 6 mantra, the Mani mantras, or Mani Pime Hum. So that's where then their mind become very peaceful. The hell realm transformed into the Potala, pure land of Avalokiteshvara. So that's where you have a very big responsibility to benefit other beings. Okay? And also it's like your merit are like invitation letters. Somebody experience intensive suffering in somewhere, and you are very peaceful country, and then if you send invitation letter, and they can come in your country, for example, and then they will safe, and then they will happy. Similarly, your recitations, your prayers, they all are very powerful. So that's where we are going to practice Avalokiteshvara. We are going to practice Vajrapani. We are going to practice Manjushri. Okay, and then next the friends throw away your fears and quickly gather here. For who is it who comes to banish dread? This youth with the bound up gleaming here. This loving Bodhisattva saving and protecting every being, whose power relieves all pain, increasing joy. I will recite this both together. Do you see the splendor of his house that echoes praises of 1,000 goddesses? The 100 gods who lay their diadems before his lotus feet. The rain of flowers falling on his head, his eyes moist with compassion. Thus may those in hell cry out on sing Manjushri. Manjusha. Yeah. Okay. So who calls them friends? Manjushri or Manjusha. Then all the beings in the hell realm, they will they have a lot of fears. So that's why Manjushri calls them friends. Throw away your fears. Quickly come here. That means Manjushri calls them to come to his pure land. Manjushri's pure land. And actually, Manjushri and Manjusha same meaning. The same meaning means it's the name of one Yidam deity, but we call in different ways. Manjushri means we call Jambal Yang. Yang is melodious. Manjusha is Jambal Power. Power means kind of hero who can destroy the ignorance of all mother thinking beings, and who can eliminate the kind of four maras, and who can conquer all the kind of grasping egoistic mind and so forth. That's where Manjusha. So, and then he in this case also he has a special courage. So, special courage that I can benefit. I can bring all the beings of hell realm in my pure land. So that's why he called his friends. And then this Manjushri is youth. Youth means Manjushri is a very first Buddha or first enlightenment. But he was birthless and deathless. That's where we say youth. Sometimes we call the Vajikalaya Kumara. Kumara is Sanskrit. It's youth, same meaning. So that's why if who gain the realization of birthless and deathless, then there is no aging. There is no... so that's where Manjushri's form is like 16 years old. And then his mind, his body, everything is fresh, clean, pure. And then he has knots on his hair, on his crown. That's where we call the banished dread, this youth with the bound up, gleaming here. So it has 5 kind of knots. So that's where we call him. In this moment, Manjushri calls those thinking beings, especially in the hell realm, who are suffering, intensive suffering. Then he said, come to me. But how? That is, you are going to sometimes That's very important. Or if I recite something, chanting something, and then it benefit my close one who are rebirth in the hell realm or something like that. That is a misunderstanding. So if you realize the true true nature of a phenomena. For example, if you realize the emptiness of your form, it benefits your close one who experience suffering. So that's where, if you realize that your form is emptiness, this realization we call paramodule wisdom. So this paramodule wisdom radiates in the hell realm, and then the sentient beings of hell realm, they see Manjushri. And then they supplicate to the Manjushri or Manjugoksha, and then they can hear Manjugoksha's speech. And then they follow Manjugoksha, and then they can leave their land. Their land is hell realm. So they can go to the Manjushri's pure land. And if I go later in the deep meaning, if I explain, they don't want to travel from the hell realm to some another location. Their destination or their place is Manjushri's pure land. First, they misunderstood. Second, the kindness of Manjushri and power of your prayer, your visualization, your practice, they can understand, oh, this is the Manjushri's pure land. This is not hell realm. These beings, sentient beings are not ordinary sentient beings. These sentient beings are the Yidam deities, my Dharma friends, great Bodhisattvas. So that's why they understand that. So your prayer, your visualization, your recitation, your dedication are extremely important for those beings. And then when they see Manjushri, as here says, thus those who the hell cry out in seeing Manjugoksha. So that's what they were so happy. For example, sometimes we did not see our family for a long time, and then our friends or our guru first time, and then we feel, wow, very kind of we cry. We cannot stop to cry. Similarly, they see Manjushri and they understand, oh, that is Manjushri, and then they cry. This crying is positive. This crying is a good one. Okay, so that's when, in generally, you need faith. Faith is very important, and then devotion. Devotion towards the guru, devotion towards the Yidam deities. That's very important. And devotion, compassion, bodhicitta, they're all parts of your feeling, actually. Positive feelings. Feeling of virtuous. So for instance, if you devoted a guru, and first, your feeling is like, you just remember guru, and effortlessly you have a special feeling which arises in your mind. That is, you feel that I'm going to cry or I'm going to laugh. At that moment, your life, your feeling, your emotion, everything becomes peaceful. But a guru appears in your mind, perhaps as an ordinary face, perhaps as a Vajradhara's face, who appears in your mind. At that moment, If Guru appears in your mind or your devotion maintained in your mind for 30 minutes, there's no negative thoughts in your mind. Spontaneously, all of these negative thoughts stopped to arise in your mind. So if you promote this devotion, then slowly, sometimes you stay alone under the tree waves weaving or moved by the branch of tree moved by wind, this devotion comes back. Sometimes you focus clouds, the clouds move by the wind. And because of these conditions, your devotion comes back. You don't want to particularly focus the Guru's picture or tankas. And sometimes you are alone walking or circumambulate stupas. It naturally comes in your mind. And then goosebumps. So at that moment, then Guru's blessings come to you. Yidam deities, siddhis come to you. The result of Guru's blessings come to you is your devotion increases and your grasping start to melt. The result of fruition of the Yidam's siddhi come to you, receive to you, then you accomplished your wish. And your enthusiasm, your interest in your diligence in Dharma increases. That means, today I have opportunity to listen Dharma. I'm so happy. It's like much more than the New Year celebrity. And today I have a golden opportunity to meditate. So I'm so happy. Even you are waiting, tomorrow I have the opportunity to meditate. Tomorrow I have opportunity to listen Dharma. Tomorrow I have opportunity to practice Dharma. If you don't have this, tomorrow I have to listen Dharma. It's very boring. Tomorrow I'm going to meditate. It's very sleepy. Tomorrow I'm going to practice. It's waste my time. Something like that. I should do this or not. That means because that happens because of grasping, because of ignorance. So that's why you are going to give rise to faith, devotion towards Guru and Yidams are very important. And then we are talking hundred thousands of paramodule wisdom, or we mentioned about these wisdoms. All of these are in our mind. So that's why we can give rise all of these things. And Manjushri is in our mind, Vajrapani is in our mind, Compassion Buddha is in our mind. Eventually, we are Buddha. We are Dharmakaya, we are Sambhogakaya, we are Nirmanakaya. So there are big difference. If you have a mobile iPhone 16, somebody give you that, you are so happy, or somebody say you Trikayas are in your mind. If somebody say I give you iPhone 16, you feel more happy, or somebody says Trikayas are in your mind, you will be more happy. So if you are happy that he says Trikayas are in my mind and I am the Dharmakaya. If you are so happy, that means then Guru's blessings come to you, or already came to you and received to you. And Yidam deities, the siddhis already in your mind. If 100,000 times he or she says, I possess Trikayas, I don't have any feeling, but somebody say, I feed you today's lunch, I'm so happy. If you have like that feeling, then still you are going to progress a lot. So And then next is the verse number 15. And likewise, when through these my roots of virtue, at the same time, if people offer you something, give you something, don't be ignored, of course. That I don't mean like that. So when people give you some gift or offer you something, and you're you are going to repay something. You don't want to pay back money probably because they gave you. So, but you are going to recite a few mantra. Vajikalayam's mantra, Tara's mantra, Chine's Manjushri. If you recite, for example, Manjushri's mantra on Arapatsa Nadi, his or her wisdom blossoms. If you recite Hongbezapik, as Vajrapani's mantra, you remove his or her obstacle. If you recite Om Mani Padme Hum, you remove his or her imprint of the sixth realm. And then you recite, same like it, you recite other mantras, definitely the great payback. So that's where it's very important, okay? And then number 15, and likewise then through this my root of virtue, they see the joyful clouds light fall, their cooling scented rain, their obscurations cleansed by bodhisattvas like Samanthabhadra. May all those languishing in hell come now to perfect happiness. So in this moment, you are start to dedicate your merit. You are start to dedicate your virtue. So first let you know that if you have $5, if you share this with other people, $1 or $3, then from your side, your money is reduced in the relative of truth. But if you share your merit and virtues, how many times your merit and virtues increases? That is the quality, one quality of dedication. So here you are going to dedicate all your merit towards all thinking beings, especially the thinking beings who are experiencing intrinsic suffering in the hell. And then how should you dedicate? Should you dedicate your merit? Is exactly as it says here. They are going to see beautiful clouds. They should feel like a cool breeze. In the hell realm, what they see is a cause of suffering. What they feel is suffering. What they hear is scary and suffering. So that's where even for a moment they experience like a cool breeze is really joyful. For example, sometimes some area has a very kind of desert area has lots of very rarely rain. They get rain. Rain is very rare, and water is very rare. And then sometimes we get the rain, and we are so happy. But we have a small. We don't have almost a single part of hell suffering of hell realm. We have lots of happiness because we are in the human realm, precious human realm, but still we have some suffering. These sufferings are not suffering of hell realm. These sufferings are suffering of human realm. If we cannot be patient with these suffering, then we have no chance to be patient suffering of hell realm. For that reason, we are going to prevent the suffering of hell realm, and we are going to help mother thinking beings who experience suffering in the hell realm. And then what should you think is power of my merit? These hell beings, the hell beings sees Kundazambo. Samyutta and other kind of great Bodhisattvas. You are going to dedicate it like this way. And if they see Samyutta Badara, Kunda Zambo, it is very, very kind of helpful. It's almost unfathomable or inconceivable helping or benefit. For example, if you are alone in a place and there are many kind of dangerous animals, you don't have any friends there, you don't have any food there, you don't have any drink there, you are alone in a very kind of empty place, very dangerous place, and then if suddenly you met your friend there, what do you feel? Absolutely, you can't believe it. You think it's dream or real. Maybe you are going to skip your yeah, what's say? Pinch the cheek. Yeah, is real or not? So these hell beings see great Bodhisattvas, Manjushri, Vajrapani, Samyutta Badara, and the Shittigarbha, and Namkhin Yingbo, and so forth. And then they not just they see, it's like we just see Thangka right now. We see Thangkas, oh, sometimes we have devotion or we have faith, sometimes we have no feeling, oh, what is that? Something like that. But at that time, they really see as a human being, they see Bodhisattvas, great Bodhisattvas as a human being. That's where they have, immediately they benefit them. Immediately they transform their hell realm into the pure land, like we change the channels, TV channels. So that's where if we change TV channels, everything changed. Every kind of this in how to say places, people in the TV changed. Likewise, these great Bodhisattvas were changed. So it's a very powerful dedication. Then number 16, and may the stooping animals be freed from fear of being preyed upon each other's food, and may, okay, until here, above there, we are talking about the suffering of hell realm and how great Bodhisattvas benefit hell beings in the hell realm. But in this moment, we start to talking about the animal realm, and then next the hunger ghost realm. Okay, so and may the stooping animals be freed from fear and being preyed upon each other's food. So you see that in the ocean there are very huge fish, like a dolphin or other animals. They open the mouth, and then many small fish make nest or make home in their mouth. But another small fish, another way, these small fish or animals eat big fish, it's a body. So that's where they are eat each other's. Eventually, the big fish open mouth and there are many nests of other animals. Eventually, they chew, they eat it. So actually, there say in publicly it says, full moon day, some big fish eat thousands of animals. That's why if we pray something, recite something, meditate on the full moon day, it has a great benefit. So, similarly, we all know that snakes, some snakes eat each other, and then all the kind of many kind of animals, they eat each other's. And then they have the preyed, means they have lots of kind of preyed upon. Means it's very kind of the humans harm them, other natural disasters harm them, tigers, lions, and the what is called the there are many kind of hunters. They killed the animals. For example, buffaloes in I don't know, the African some places. They are in the desert. There are many kind of meadow, and there are some grass. They stay there. Then lions, leopards, they harm them, and then they run away from there, and they are thirsty. That's where they come to the river, and then crocodiles eat them. So then always they try to run away, run away. See, so if we don't feel compassion when we see like this situation, that means we are compassionless. So, but that is their karma. So we don't want to be angry tigers, leopards, and so forth. We don't want to be angry towards the crocodiles, but we should pray that these buffaloes freed from suffering, liberate from this suffering. So then some domestic animals also has lots of suffering. For example, in nomadic area, many yaks need to carry lots of bags, lots of a very huge black tent, huge kind of the pillars, and huge other kind of things. They don't have freedom to say, oh, I can't do it. And so in the farmer area, some kind of yaks, cows, horse, they are going to plow the land, fields. So, and some kind of horse are always in the sunny. There is no shelter. There is very few water. The sun is very hot, but still they are stand up in the sunny. So we see all of these things. So animal has this suffering. So animals' life is not easy because people use what they want, and they cannot say, please don't do this, please don't harm me, I'm not ready to die now, please don't eat my meat. They can't say it because of the fruition of ignorance. And then animal's life is very long. That means not a single animal stay many years. It means first they rebirth in animal form like a cow, and again rebirth in the cow, again rebirth in the cow, something like that. So that because the ignorance is very deep or very kind of heavy negative thoughts. So that's where during this recitation we should recite compassionately, and we should remember our animals, domestic animals or wild animals. Particularly we should think and we should feel, and then we recite that, and we feel that we wish that they're freed from this animal's life. So some animals are manifestation of bodhisattvas. They particularly came to benefit the sentient beings. These are special. The most animals have lots of suffering. And may the feminist spirits have such joy as those who dwell within the nurturing content. So in this moment, I think it's start to talk about the hungry ghost too. So there are different aspects of hungry beings. Some hungry beings are as animal form. Some hungry beings are have very kind of very training throat. Even they are so difficult to drink water. So that's where we are torma practice. We pulling water in the torma. We are going to make very training, very small. Don't scatter everywhere this water. Otherwise, they are greed. Because they are the hungry beings rebirth there because of their greed. And so that's why we are going to always dedicate. Then even we throw away our kind of old shoes, old clothes, and the rest leftover food we throw away. At that time, we should dedicate. We should compassionately throw them away, and then they can use them. Otherwise, we just put somewhere we cannot use it. For example, somebody park a car here. It's called Tesla or some kind of a Toyota or some expensive car. I don't know so much about car, but if somebody park a very expensive car, you cannot drive if you don't have permission. Likewise, if you do not dedicate, then hungry beings cannot use. How many times you can throw away the things? So that's where dedication is extremely important. Lord Jigten Sungkun said that my importance practicing is dedication. So he put this dedication in the fivefold of Mahamudara. So he said, he said precisely, or you dedicate this precisely. Then it says nurturing content. So probably you have that the question. What is that? Nurturing content. Continent. So that means these thinking beings gave birth by their mom. Then at the same time there was a wish fulfilling tree grows. And this wish fulfilling tree grows, then their clothes, food, and all their wishes, and the mundane wish accomplished because of that tree. So they don't have suffering as over animals and hungry beings and hell beings and demigod beings and so forth. So they don't have like those sufferings. But still they have a pervasive suffering. That's where they are going to free from that suffering. But they have a less suffering, more or less than our sufferings. So that's where we say, if these hungry beings cannot become enlightened right now, may they become like thinking beings of nurturing contentment. So, yeah. And then, and may they, number 17, and may they be replete and satisfied by streams of milk that pour from noble Lord Avalokiteshvara's hand, and bathing in it, may they be refreshed and cool it. Very interesting, yeah. So that's where these hungry beings, they got a special kind of milk or nectars. In this milk is just kind of example, actually nectars. May they get nectars from the 10 fingers, like 10 fingers of Avalokiteshvara's hands, and 10 toes of Avalokiteshvara's feet. It's pour from the nectars. Because the reason we say his fingers, because his mind is genuine compassion. His heart is bodhicitta. That's where his body is full of nectars of bodhicitta and compassion. That's where it comes through the fingers and toes. But not only there are other holes of his body. So that's where he pours everything. So that these hungry beings, they got it. And then they can swim in the swim pool, which is which made by the jewels, and that is not just regular waters. It's full of nectars, and then they wash their how to say, their face, arms, and they're bathing their shower there, and it's not only remove kind of dirt on their body, it purifies their negative fruitions as well as disease. A disease of mind, disease of body, and so forth. Then they become very healthy, wealthy, and then they become like gods and goddesses. Okay, so that's where we should pray. So sometimes if you cannot trust, there is some pure land, and there was Amitabha, Amitoyo, or something like that. Then at least you do that, and then these are truly exist in the relative form. So then number 18, and may the blind receive their sight, and may the deaf begin to hear. The women their time bring forth, like a Maya Deva, free from any pain. Okay? So number 1, may the blind receive their sight. Why? These things are actually come from karmic cause and effect. Why some people become blind? Or not only people, animals. The cause of that is, for example, in the temple, somebody turning beautiful kind of lights and decorated beautiful things, and then through malicious thought, or through jealousy, or through negative thinking, one destroyed them. For that reason, then one's eyes can't see well. And also, sometimes one using lots of negative words, like towards one's parents. You are blind. I ask you to bring these my pen and paper here, but you didn't see it. You do not see it. You can't see it because you are blind. Actually, your parents can see it, but still you just call it. For that reasons, then in this life, one at that moment it's talking about the human beings, okay, human suffering. So blind, that means the result is that. So that's where receive their sight. So blind, may the blind receive their sight, means they can see through their eyes. This is the number 1. Number 2 is, we are not blinded with this phenomena, but we are blind the true nature. For example, right now I see this table, but I cannot see the emptiness of this table. So I need sight of wisdom. So whenever I focus this table, I should see the essence of this table, true nature of this table. That means the emptiness. Then when I realize the emptiness of this table, then this table cannot harm to my life. So that's why this table, to regain the realization of emptiness, is very important. To gain, for gaining realization, or to gain realization of emptiness, first we are going to give rise wisdom side, or wisdom. And then next, and may the deaf begin to hear. Same. We all have 2 ears, but then some reasons we become deaf. And that it's not just suddenly happened, that because we cultivated some cause. For that reasons, for example, we destroy to listen at the teachings. For example, if one don't like one separate spiritual master, and then your friend try to listen that, and you counter this, you destroy it, that listening this dharma, and that result one become deaf, or deaf. And also another is is you call to some holy people, or you call to your parents, or you call to some old people that older than you, disrespectfully you call deaf, and then the result is happened. You become deaf. So that's where yes, that for that reason we can give more compassion. For example, we see or met our deaf, one person who can't hear well any sound, and then we say, "Oh, you can't hear, so I feel compassion to you." That's compassion is ordinary beings' compassion. But Buddha's compassion is, "Oh, you cultivated the cause of death. That's where the fruit, right now you experience that fruition, so I feel compassion." So Buddha already focused about cause. So then the next is, and women near their time bring forth, like Mayadeva, freed from any pain. So that's why women, some mother gave birth babies, and then they have suffering because they're all the kind of joints open, and they have lots of suffering because the inner karmic winds in their womb and stomach, it preparing to give birth the baby, and they don't have freedom, and all the kind of bones opened, and there's joints open. It's very kind of lots of painful, lots of suffering. That's why we should pray for towards the women to say, "Oh, you can give birth your baby as Mayadeva." How Mayadeva is Buddha's mom, Shakyamuni Buddha's mother, and then Shakyamuni Buddha's mom Mayadeva gave birth to him under his armpit, under this area. This area, she did not give birth to him through her womb. So that's why she doesn't want to open all the joints and bones and so forth. She did not experience suffering. So that's why we are going to pray that. So that's why right now we are a human being. And then, for example, you are husband, and then you contact with your wife, and you plan to have a baby. You love baby. So then after you decided to have a baby, since that time you are going to give more compassion to your your wife, because that baby and mom has a special connection. That's why you are going to make a very good baby in your wife's womb, because some babies are not good baby. For example, I think it's called Ajita Sutta. Ajita Sutta. He was in his mother's womb, and his mom's feeling totally changed. That she always feels, "I'm going to eat her husband's flesh. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to eat my father's flesh," something like that. So that's where he was birthed. After he gave birth and he grew, he killed his father, king. It's a kind of Babisa Ara or something like that. So as we call Zukjin Nyingbo in the Dharma world. So King Zukjin Nyingbo, he put into the jail and then killed. So that's why sometimes it happened like that. But then when Shariputara was his mother's womb, his mother became very scholar, like a Pandita. Whoever asks her questions about Dharma or whatever, she can answer very clearly. That means her mind is very pure, clear. And some other sons in his mother feels very peaceful. Dreams are nice, and all the kind of life journey very nice, peacefully, everything perfect. Some babies in mother's womb has lots of suffering. That's where that baby is good or not, we can understand. Through mother's action, mother's feeling, mother's experience. So anyhow, in this moment, what should we do is all mothers or the women who has give birth baby, and may they have no suffering. At least we can say may they give birth in a very good hospital. For example, my mom gave me birth in a yak's yard, so I'm not good baby. Your mom gives you give birth you in hospital, so you are a good baby. So that's where some others don't have facilities, hospitals and doctors and so forth. So that's why at least we say may this baby she can give her baby give birth her baby in the very good hospital with a very kind and compassionate doctor or nurses and so forth. They all the mind of Bodhisattva. Okay, and then next is and may the naked. Oh, so if you say may all the women never give baby, this is we can't do it. So because of their karma, sometimes they need to give birth at their babies. So at that time, it's a nice place with good doctors. It will be great. Yeah, and may the naked now be clothed. Yeah, so that means somebody has no clothes. No clothes. Sometimes you can see the short videos. The babies. When I was small, I'm quite like that. Sometimes all the clothes has many kind of holes, and in the winter it's so cold. In summer or so no hot or something like that. But I have not so much suffering like this. But recently we see in the videos many children have lots of this, and old people too. They have no clothes. The result is why that happened is they take away parents' clothes. They took away parents' clothes and spiritual masters' clothes and close ones for still others' clothes, and so that reasons it happened. So that's why we are going to pray free from these things. We are going to solve these problems, and all the hungry eat their fill. That means that all the when we see, oh, it is lunchtime, so oh, this is healthy for me or not. Always we perceive like that. That is egoistic mind. So we should think, oh, many people eat lunch. This is lunchtime. May they get nutrition food, healthy food. That's very important. And then, of course, at the same time, we offer the Yadam deities, Guru, Buddha, and so forth, and dedicate the rest of food for the hungry beings. That's also important. And may those purchased with their receive. I think there's some receive pure water and delicious drink. Yeah, that's many people drink alcohol. I don't criticize alcoholics who drink alcohol. They are object of compassion. Best thing is don't drink alcohol. If some drink alcohol, very kind of they are smart. They drink. They have a limit. Something. They have time. It's very nice. Some drinks too much, and then it's unhealthy. It's the cause of problems. Even you drive after you drink alcohol. I noticed last year, and people drink alcohol and drive the car. Then the car accident, thousands of people in a year. Usually we say, oh, snake is very scared animals, but snake killed just a few hundred in a year. So that's where snake not just come to bat for you. When they fear, if you don't be careful, if you start to harm me, I'm going to protect myself. That's where they start to bite. or harm to you. Yeah, drinking alcohol is done unreasonably. Accident, it kill other people or oneself, or waste money, and lots of things happen. So that's where we are going to say that all beings get healthy, hygienic water and healthy drink. And may they, if some drink alcohol, may they drink very few, something like that. Nobody become alcoholic. That means so much kind of same like some cigarette, same like poisonous drugness. But medicine part is different. So, and then 20th, verse number 20, may the poor and destitute find wealth. Yeah, that's what we understand. The what's the haggard and careworn joy. Haggard means they are upset, depression, or they tired because of the too much things to do, too much situations. So that's where they almost feel suicide or something like that. Then we pray that they are joy, happy, something like that. May confidence relieve those in despair and bring them satisfiedness and every excellence. So that means some always look down oneself. I can't do. I'm not a good person. I can't practice. I cannot become enlightened. Always blame oneself. So that is also one problem. And sometimes I have nothing. You have a car. I have nothing. You have a mobile phone. I have nothing. You have friends. But still someone always think I have nothing. So dissatisfied. That is also the cause of result of the too much kind of grasping towards strong grasping. That's why we pray that may they free from these situations. And then number 21, may every being ailing with a disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. So, number one, we are going to give teachings. We are going to lead practicing, because all of this disease came from three poisons: anger, attachment, and ignorance. And then if we go in details, 5, 6 afflictive. Then we go more, and there are 20. And then we go at 4,000 afflictive emotions. So we are going to recite prayers and benefit other beings. So, for instance, if you are going to reduce wind disease, you are going to reduce attachment. So that's why we are going to share the method how to reduce attachment. And you are going to reduce gallbladder disease, and you are going to reduce angry emotion. So that's why we are going to share and we are going to discuss how to reduce angry emotion. If you are going to reduce disease of the phlegm disease, you are going to reduce ignorance. That's why we are going to share how to visualize, how to give rise compassion, bodhicitta, and wisdom, and so forth. So that's the one thing. Actually, there are 404 aspects of disease. So that's why then 101 is the parts of phlegm disease. 101 is about the wind disease. 101 is about the gallbladder blood disease. 101 is about the union of these three poisons together. So that's where we are going to eliminate or remove these. So among them, 101 disease are kind of actually it's imputed or kind of a temporary disease. So we can remove those disease through asking pujas. I have like this disease, those disease. Please recite, pray something for me, and we ask some pujas. So that's where it can remove that. Some disease we can say that we can remove this disease or purify this disease through medicine. Not only pujas. Just we take medicine. We buy medicine from hospital. When right now we are talking about Bodhisattva's activities. So when you go to the hospital, and of course you are going to pay money. Sometimes it's so expensive, sometimes less expensive. Whether $1 or $100, $1,000, you are going to pay for the sake of your medicine. At that time, you don't think, you don't feel, oh, so expensive, too much. That is negative thought. So you are going to buy medicine for the sake of your health. That's where you should think, may this money benefit many sentient beings. That means in this hospital, I have plenty of medicine that the sentient beings, the patients, what they want. Through this money, may this doctor and nurses be happy. If they are happy, they take care of the patients. If they are unhappy, then they don't care. If they don't care, then patients are more suffering. Some doctors are very kind. They speak very kind of sweet and soft, peacefully. Almost some patient goes to the doctor, their disease, they recovered from the kindness of their doctors and nurses. Some doctors are very kind of wrathful, and the patient has a small disease, and they go to the doctor or nurses, and they're using harsh word, and they make scary and lots of things, and their disease increases. So that happened. That's where we are going to act Bodhisattva's activities in the hospitals. That's a very important one. And then some diseases are karmic disease. So we are going to experience this result, and after we experience this result, then we can recover from this disease. So that's where don't be upset. Sometimes, oh, I took many medicines, I spend many money, I spend lots of time, so I try to recover my disease, but I cannot. Don't be upset. Yes, you are right. You spend your precious time, your money, and lots of things. But fortunately, your negative karma purifies. So there's no any karmic creditors in your next life, in the Bardo and so forth. So that's why be patient and take time to recover. That is because of the karma. Some diseases are just just go away. So don't hold that permanently, okay? Don't be too much sensitive. Oh, I have this disease. This is what is that? Why? How? Don't ask so much. Some disease comes and goes. These are temporary disease. So in generally, take care of your body, take care of your health, and be happy. Happy mind is great medicine. Especially bodhicitta and compassion are great medicine. Okay, then next is 22. I think 22 or 21. probably 21, yeah. May those who go in dread have no more fear. May captives be unchained and now set free. And may the weak receive their strength. May living beings help each other in kindness. See, some has anxiety in the mind because of different results. So that's where we are going to recite, and we are going to remember that person during this recitation. May this person free from anxiety. Yeah. And then it says somebody are the weak. So doesn't matter, some has kind of lots of knowledge. Their mind is so kind, but physically so weak. That's where then people start to look down. So, of course, that is their karma, but during this recitation, we should think, may they have kind of a strong body or something like that, the strong power, and so forth. And instead of look down, we are going to give rise compassion and bodhicitta. And then may the living beings help each other. That's very important. May sentient beings don't harm each others. May they help each others during this recitation. These recitations build a great bodhicitta of mind in your life. So just recite by lips, just move your lips. Still the sounds benefit, but you are going to go with this meaning. That's very important. That's where we are going to teach, discuss. Number 23, may travelers upon the road find happiness no matter where they go, and may they gain without need of toil. The goals on which they set their hearts. Very important one. In these days, right now, we are set here or in your room, but thousands of people traveling, included ants, rabbits, birds. So that's where we are going to say, may they accomplish their wish, may they safely trip, may they have no any single problems, may they were not lost their mobile phone, passport. May they get all the air ticket or everything in the right time, peacefully. See, that's where all of these are necessary in our life. Do we need or not? You should be think. If we need it, you are going to give rise this feeling, aspiration. People are traveling from east to north, north to west, west to south, because they have some wish. They have some, for example, student, they are going to go to school, or Dharma friends to receive some teachings, to see their gurus, or the businessmen, they are going to sell something and buy something. So that's where they all accomplish their wishes. If somebody, yeah, okay. Then number 24, may those who put the sea in boat or ship attain the port that they desire, and may they safely come to shore and sweet reunion with their kin and kin. That in the boat there are some obstacles, sometimes the big waves, tsunami, or some storms, and so forth. There are lots of historically there are lots of obstacles in the ocean. So that's where we are going to pray that they are safely reach in, and they met their family, friends, and they are accomplish all their wishes. And so that's easy to understand, but we are going to feel it during this recitation. Number 25, may those who lose their way and stray in misery find a fellow travelers and save from their threat of thieves and savage beasts, be tireless and their journeying light. So somebody lost their road. Even it's not always kind of a huge situation, serious situation. In small way, if you are going to go for 5 minutes or traveling 1 month, you find the right place, especially if you're going to the mountainside. There are mountain lions, other kind of a bear or other animals, and some has, as here says, like savage, thieves and robbers and so forth. So may you find red place, red tail, red destinations, safely join, safely. Your trip is very safe and everything. That's we say that these are very, very necessary. and then you can find a very beautiful environment. You can experience a very kind of a healthy breath, ears, and you see beautiful waterfalls and swimming pools and a very nice one, and you can share this your friends, and next your friends and families can go there, and so that's why these are the cause of longevity. Okay. Then 26, may children and old, the weak, protectorless, be well treated in the wild and pathless wastes, and those whose minds are dulled, and all who are incense, have pure celestial beings as their guardians. Yeah, that's some become like a child who are no protectors. Some old people are no helpers, and somebody falls asleep in the strange places, and then somebody met a ghost on the road. So that's where they become crazy, they get sick, so forth. Everything is possible. Somebody found a hotel, but in that hotel has many ghosts, something like that. Somebody had jet lag, so they can sleep well in their home, their house, but they travel to other places in the hotel or somewhere, they can sleep well. May they found very same like their home. The hotels are their home as their home, and then if they are somebody almost ready to meet some ghosts, and then they can will not meet the ghosts, something like that. And then somebody will not fall asleep in strange place. Somebody may not fall asleep during the driving car, something like that. So they all we can aspirate, generate this bodhicitta during this recitation. For example, your son or your husband or wife go to the work in the town from your room, your house, and then right before you can remember this verse. May my husband or wife or children, son or daughter, or grandparents safely drive, not fall asleep. Maybe your child is in the school, you can think, oh, my child and my child's classmates will not fall asleep in classroom while teacher gives teaching, something like that. So all of these motivation are bodhicitta, bodhisattva's mind. Okay. May all attain the human state and be possessed of wisdom, faith, and love. This part is very important. With perfect livelihood and sustenance, may they have mindfulness throughout their lives. These all necessary things. So may all attain the human state. Human is not just ordinary human, precious human life. The great, may all they become Dharma practitioners. Yeah. And great practitioners. May they all become bodhisattvas and bodhisattvas. May all they become yidams and Buddha, attain Buddhahood. And possess wisdom, faith, and love. These are the best decorations. Best decorations, best ornaments. Faith. If you have faith in your mind, that is a great mandala of Yidam deities. That's where they love to come to you. And then you have love. This is a very special gravity of others' mind. It does not mean other loves try to respect to you, but other beings love to you. If you have love in your mind, other beings love to you. Even ghosts, they love to you. They protect you. They will not harm to you. And then if you have a wisdom, you can greatly benefit other beings. And you can solve many problems. And perfect livelihood is also very important. If you are eating which you steal from others' food, and if you are wearing some clothes which you steal others' clothes, and then how many days you wear that, how many days you eat that, you cultivate many negative karma. Sooner or later, one experiences the same situation. So whatever you have are very pure, nice. That's you. People offer you through their love, or you receive these spontaneously because of your siddhi, and you found because of your hard work. Then that's our right things. So they don't have negative karma. Create negative result. Okay. Then what to say? May they have mindfulness throughout their lives. Mindfulness is the Buddha, Guru, Yidam. So that's very true. If you have mindfulness, what you say, you will not regret. What you do, you will not regret. What you eat, you will not regret. Yeah, mindfulness is always important. Actually, meditation, another name is mindfulness. There is no meditation outside of beside the mindfulness. Then, what is it? May every have unrestricted wealth, just like the treasury of a space, enjoying it according to their wish, without a trace of harm or enmity. So that means it's like we say Nama Sawatatang the Ba Yum Yum be Sawatakang the Sawar and Emaganga come so far, the same meaning. That means if you have a small kind of bowl of food and you can make it vast, full of the universe. So you do that right now, and then result is you will not have problem about the food, healthy food, healthy drink, and so forth. So that's where you have always you have plenty of healthy food, and if I'm right to use massive plethora of your clothes, I don't know, it's right time, place to you, right time to use this time, or so that's where you have lovely clothes, lovely friends, lovely food, lovely medicines, lovely house, cars, pet, everything. This power came from samadhi. So when we recite mantra, we should apply our samadhi, recite through mindfulness. So then, especially you have lots of many wisdoms, and you have many merit. So then wherever you go, happiness. Wherever, whatever you do, perfect. So that's, yeah. And then 29, may beings distributed of splendor becoming magnificent and bright, and those worn down by toil and drudgery. Is it drudgery? Drudgery. Acquire great beauty and perfection. Thank you so much. So, yeah, it's quite similar. Someone is very kind of ugly. Ugly people become handsome, beautiful, lovely. And then that also mentioned that somebody undertaking hardship to gain some realization. Still, we say that that's Bodhisattva is amazing. Yeah, we say somebody may know, some practitioners no need hard work and may they accomplish their wish. I mean their cities. And may they can gain the realizations. May they become enlightened very quickly without so much hard work. Something like that. Working hard or something, yeah. Undertaking hardship, I mean. Then 30th, may all the women in this world attain the strength of masculinity, and may the lowly come to excellence, the proud and haughty lose their arrogance. We stop here today, I think, after this explain. May all the women in this world attain the strength of masculinity. So, what should we think is, may all women become Tara. That's okay. That's one way you think. May all the women will become or attain the Tara. Second is, you are going to understand this verse. This is a very important one. Today I'm going to explain vividly. Many people misunderstand about Shantideva. Unreasonably, they cultivate negative karma. Shantideva is heart son of thousands of Buddhas. If you misunderstand towards Shantideva, that is very sinful. So that's where, number one, that means all the women attend Tara. That's number one. Okay. Number two, Shantideva says here is some women who possess 32 diseases of their womb. Do you understand? 32 diseases in their womb. There are the fold of the 9 cancers. And another kind of how to say is two kind of actually it's called maraca, is kind of first this two kind of maraca, that is like a is an animal in their womb. And then there is a 16 channel disease, and there's some women's womb. Okay, not all the women's. That's why I say that some women's have the kind of these 32 disease in their womb. Cause of this disease, they will sick, they will die. They have intensive suffering. May the kind of those women who experience this disease, may they attain human or men. But in this case, it does not mean may this woman attain the man who is kind of a very kind of a sinful person, very poor, very ugly, very kind of wrathful. Not like this. Man who is compassionate one, who is a very kind of handsome, nice, lovely, good person, lovely person. So that's very important to understand. And then some women has a baby in the womb, and then they give birth. Once baby, at the same time, mother passed away, baby passed away. So kind of these women, also some women doesn't want baby child in their womb, but accidentally they have that, and sorry, some women they don't like have children, having children, and so forth, and that they don't like women's lifestyle, and may they attend the man who is very helpful, very kind, very nice, very kind of gentle, something like that. So that's we are going to know. Some women have intensive suffering because of environment, because of a culture, because of different situations, and they have extra fear, worries to travel alone or something like that. At that moment, they attend. There are different understanding. Not always kind of. It's okay, kind of. Like a transgender is just turning in the men, or their kind of power, their kind of situation as a strong man, powerful man, lovely man. So that's kind of situations we are going to understand. And after they attend like a man's form, like a great Bodhisattva or something like that, at that time they don't have arrogance, something like that. And or at the same time we can say it's not only women or the people, men, they all who has power and wealth and qualities, may they never have possessed arrogance. That's very important to understand. And also we don't, as I said, that Shantideva doesn't look down the women. Even he says some kind of ugly men attend the handsome, or some who has possessed, the men who possess malicious thought, may they attend the men who possess the great Buddhist chitta, something like that. So it does not produce against or discriminate between the ugly or women and handsome and some strong people. It does not mean like that. Who is suffering there, and may they freed or liberate from there, and to attain this great situation, reach on the great stage. That is his wish, his prayer, his main kind of a goal. Okay, thank you so much. And then we dedicate our merit. In page 56. If you don't have this text, just visualize in your mind. Mahu ngomsar sanje nawa daye da yesu jowo doje jimbo da yanda samba deje do na la sanje jansa ba men gorje gor deje ngonza ba de me ba ye de wa jinje jave jengande da yen ne zembe jerma da je wa jinje barma je bar der jene nande jarno jo de ge do ge mala da ba ye jo je sanje jansen dam je je ge min de bar jinje lab de sa Daya dai banzan daya awai bodha nai so wa jang jo zen jo ren bo je ma je ba nai je jo je ba nyam ba me ba ya gone Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you.